I'm saying? But yo, I get to be in here. Like I said, another collaboration, dope show and beer in the conversation. Like I love this. Like this is one of my favorite collabs because I could tell this story back in the days of
Instinct.
instinct.
Yeah.
Instinct now, I was known for crashing shows. I didn't even have to know you. I just show up to whoever show. Some people looked at me crazy. You was like, oh yeah, put them up a seat. You want a beer? Want a drink? They over there in
Yeah.
the cooler. And I was just like,
Hmm.
you know what? Tuesday nights. I could rock with Tuesdays.
Yeah. I came down there and I did the same thing. And I mean, Saga, we all did it. And then y'all did my wedding. And, I'm just saying, we did the thing down there at Cafe 640 West. And, we've been
Yeah, 640
doing
West for the movie premiere.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've always relied very heavy on one another. And it's been a very
Children.
great collaboration. I mean, you've come on and host Beer and a Conversation with Monk. I have come on in place of Saga and did the DCCO show as a host.
Absolutely.
And I mean, we have the receipts to prove it. You know what
Absolutely,
I'm saying? So,
absolutely. Like I said, we've literally sat there and made history. What we did, 5,000 in a night,
yes, that was a big one. That was a big one. Yeah.
five
Yeah.
thousand in a night. Like that will forever. And we got to figure out what is the date of that show. I want that date ingrained. That is national. We call that National 5K Day or something because that was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. It was kind of, I mean, I think I just went, you know how like you get to going agony. First off, I mean it was a powerhouse roundtable, and then I just went Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? At some point in this stuff, you know
That
what I mean?
that night was what I call ghetto gold for sure, man. Definitely. But
Yeah.
yo, in that top left corner, well, right corner, left corner, however it say, it's a red box in there that say we've been live. So what's good, people? Y'all know what it is. It is Friday night, 8 something, give or take, and it is your host of the Dope Show Friday night. Two-time ATL's hottest DJ, the God DJ Agony, also known as Dr. Dope. Where my motto is simple: on the building. Appreciate everybody that checked in for the quick 30 Wednesday night. Just our year-end wrap up, just talking about some things Dope had going on this year and some things that's gonna carry over the next year because you know we can't just let the dope stop. Dope got to keep going. And
It has to.
March will be the 2 year anniversary. So we get into that 2 years, man. Maybe we'll be at the point of, like I said, we'll move off this live platform, go in the studio audience. Who knows? It's just one of those things. Like there's so many possibilities coming up in 2023, man. And I appreciate everybody for sticking around and rocking with me right here. But y'all know when I'm in the building and there's somebody holding that screen down, they're one of my dope friends, and my friends are dope. And if I'm dope and my friends are dope, then I got dope friends. Man, look, if you've been living under a rock or down deep in the crater and have no idea who this gentleman is, sir, please let him know who you is. Introduce yourself, sir.
Man, my name is Laris Hodges, man, aka Larry Boy. Number one show in the world for comprehensive barbershop talk. Beer in the conversation. I'm sure you know who I am. Whether you like it or not, I don't know. But yeah, let's go ahead and get it in. What do I gotta do to share this thing? What should I do, Agony?
It is coming your way as we speak. There is a link. Boom. It just hit your messenger. So
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, no,
that
that's
link.
dope.
So all my because I'm still on very much probation from Facebook jail because the folk don't like when you get on here and start making noise and telling the truth. So maybe I need to lie to them a little bit. I don't know. But my Facebook friends, there is a link on there's a link on my Facebook page as we speak of the live that is currently going on. So yo, y'all jump in. And like I said, I know everybody should have a Gmail and have a YouTube by now. If you don't have a YouTube, that's fine. Just watch it any damn way. I don't care. We got folks coming in and chat already. Miss Richard, what's going on with you? Got Joycelyn Rashad in the building. Good good school folk right there. Good clean teachers.
No, that's right. That's right. And I want to say something, man. Again, I mean, anytime I'm a very humble person, and anytime that I have an opportunity to be on your platform or anybody's platform, I'm excited, man, to be as a guest because as you know, when it comes to um, when it comes to what I do, I'm not just I don't really get to be myself as much as I want to. Shout out to Joycelyn Richard. Hey to you too, boo. You know what I mean? She looking good over there. But
That
my
yeah, and play the yams.
I hope I didn't scare her off. Yeah. All right. But I say that because when I'm doing it, it's like as you know, when you're in a studio, you're not just a guest or you're a personality. You have to take on a different persona. And
Hmm.
additionally, therefore you become an entertainer. But if you host a show, then you have to be an entertainer and a director at the same time. Like you got to be able to facilitate, pass the ball, do this, that, and the third, and you have to fill in for when there's dead air, right? You can't let there be dead air.
You cannot let there be dead air, and as a DJ, that is a sin. Do not let that air. You do not. You want to hear that coming out the speakers.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and it happens. It happens on a lot of shows. I mean, I've been 6 years. I've done radio, and I'm
Hmm.
telling you, and I've gotten to a point where I we hit a dead air, and then I have to amp up, and then like force people into like I basically have to instigate people and push the envelope as far as I can.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and that's it's like you said, like when you're hosted, and the thing is, from where we came from to now, we kind of had that background facilitator as far as the backroom stuff. Now, all technical issues are on me. If something's not working technically, I got to figure it out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
so now I had to add coaching duties along with being a point guard and being the scorer. Sometimes it's a
correct.
lot of work when you're hosting your own. I definitely agree with that.
You got to be like you say. You got to be a coach. You got to be a point guard. You got to be the shooting guard. Sometimes you got to be the power forward. You got to be the damn recruiter. You got to be the
Dude,
GM.
I
It's
mean
it's
that is
like
true. That is true. After this show, every week, I have to go out and see who's gonna be my next guest for next Friday.
that's
I do
right.
that. I do that every week. I don't have that PR team to go out and say, DJ Agony, request your presence on the Dope Show next Friday. I don't have that person. I am that person. So yeah, not only not only am I point guard, scorer, coaching, technical, but yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm a recruiter too.
You got to be, and then when recruiting, you have to find people that match good with your energy. You know what I
A-
mean? And,
Absolutely,
and,
absolutely.
and so even if it's in a way where it's in agreement, or if it's anti-agreement, like it still has to match up in such a way to where y'all can just kind of bounce back and forth. But passport bros.
Passport Bros, which is the that is the subject at hand for tonight. And if y'all have not heard of this, don't worry. We got a how you say a reaction video to it, as well as my brother Laris right here in the building. He'll give you the 0100 on it. And so like I said, I got a video with some of the reactions, and I just want y'all to know after me and him talked last night. If you didn't check it out last night on Instagram, we just snuck in for a little late night situation on Instagram, and I was like, yo, you know what? This might be a thing, y'all. So y'all be on the lookout for that. The late show.
The
It's coming.
late show is what it's gonna be, and I'm gonna tell you once we get into the discussion here, I'm telling you, I have never gotten even being a part of Blexit, right? Because I'm part of Blexit, and just for people that don't understand, it's just a black exit from the Democratic Party. Now, here's the thing: you do not have
Mm,
to be a Republican. I am a Republican, but you do not have to be a Republican. I'm a black nationalist and a Republican. But you can be a Republican, libertarian, or you can be apolitical. Brexit is not about being a Republican. It's saying that you do not support democratic policies because they do not support us.
Now,
And
let me
I'm
ask
telling
this.
you,
So is it what I think it is when you say apolitical? That just means you don't pick a side.
It just means you refuse to be involved in it. I mean, so you don't have to be a Republican. I advise for black men right now, under the current political climate and political legislation that's being passed, that you should be Republican. You should vote Republican. Um, Now, what I will say is also this: I get blowback all the time for that,
Oh, I'm sure
but
you do.
I've never gotten blowback like I did from the post today about Filipina P, about the brother Muhammad who went overseas and got a woman. Yo, man, even my supporters was like,
Ooh, oh,
"Whoa,
you caught it, and I mentioned to that post. Before we jump into that, big shouts out to Robin Young in the building. That's a friend from a long time right there.
what's
What's up
up,
with you, shorty?
Robin? I hope you stay in and listen to this because we got some information for you."
Hey, it's finna get real. It's finna get real. So, by just give these folks the 0100 definition of passport bros. Hold up. I got a potential passport bro right now. What up? I got the real Jay Scott in the building. Corey's Heavenly Cakes. Yo, y'all might be too late for holiday season, but you want that cake for King Day. You might want to get them orders in for Valentine's Day now. That red velvet in the shape of a heart. I know y'all want that. He got that. Get them orders in right now. Corey's Heavenly Cakes. Y'all finna be eating good. But y'all better catch him. My boy get that passport. I don't know what to tell you. You gonna have to
Man,
go to
them cakes gonna go for a whole lot in
but
Central America.
hey, the price going up. Jay Scott in the building. What up, bro? Hey, stick around for this one, man. This gonna be a good one. You might want to stick
Yeah,
around for this.
yeah, yeah. So I wanna. This is what I would like to say with regard to Passport Bros. If I break it down and give you the 100 level, what
Hmm.
Passport Bros is that if and this is why I bring up Brexit, because to exit anything is to realize, what did Einstein say? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting
But
different
there's different
results.
results.
So
Facts.
with the Brexit movement is a mentality. It's centered around this isn't working anymore. And so a lot of times you'll see these things go hand in hand. And the reason why is because the reality of things is that it's not that things can't be fixed, but you come to a realization at a certain point as a man that you just want to move on with your life. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't work on fixing the community. We have never said that we will abandon the community or not fix the community. What we're saying is that until we can get it right, we just want some peace. We want to procreate and we want peace. And it appears that we're in a scenario where that's not of high priority. And then so I got my two little girls here. Well, I had gotten um, flack today from somebody, and I respect K Dub so much. I have no beef with K Dub. But she said, now when you decide that you want to do right, then women got to do right. Well, let me say this. Let me say something. First and foremost, the miracle is in deciding that you want to do right and knowing what that is, right?
Knowing what right is correct.
Knowing right. And sometimes as men, unfortunately, we have to do the wrong thing to know how to do the right thing or want to do the right thing. And a lot of people don't understand that, right?
Yeah.
And so I
You
deal with that in
it's going into that duality. It's hard to know what right is when you don't even know what wrong is. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Or
right,
that
right.
you're doing wrong to know that this is the wrong thing. Let me get to the right. They exist hand in hand, people, and one can't live without the other.
Well, even in the Bible, he said, listen, and I've messed up in a lot of areas in my life. Even with my own family, I'll go back and I'll say, hey, man, we got to fix this because what did the guy say in the Bible who went to hell? He said, can I at least run back and tell my brothers? Will you give me one wish and go back and tell them to save them? Now,
Mm.
here's the thing, and then you can look it up. It's all there. I'm not making none of it up. But I'm saying that to say I believe this. I believe that yes, men have made a lot of mistakes. Do I believe that men created this problem? Yes, I did. But I also would like to say that a lot of it was misteachings, right?
Yeah,
I think that, like, because you can't have conversations with your children about sex if you grow up in a Southern Baptist home and you can't talk about sex because the only explanation is abstain, right? So we
don't
can't
do it.
have
Right.
discussions to even educate people on how to be good men or how women. Listen, I went to a church where they had women. We're talking about in the 90s and even early part of 2000 would have to go down in front of the church and apologize for becoming a single mother. So that means
Mm.
that there's not real discussions because the older I get, the more I realize all these people been doing stuff that they've been living lives that they ain't been saying that they've been living.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, it's just because you was just a straight fucking lame. You know what I mean? 'Cause I ain't never had no problem getting girls. Even when I was like, and I was at one point last year, man, I was looking real bad out here, man. You know, and so what I'm trying to say, here's what I'm saying. We have to begin to teach, but in the meantime, we can't die off while trying to get people to understand. Now, here's what actually happened today. You know, they say things got to get bad before they get good.
Mm-hmm.
When Sister Heard said to me, we need to have a discussion, it's because it has become very real to them that okay, we're gonna have to do something to fix this because these brothers are about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. I think that they think that we're being traitors or Benedict Arnolds or whatever the hell ever. It's not.
From your post earlier, that's exactly the sentiment I picked up. That for lack of better terms, we selling out.
All we want. Look, man. Let me tell you what every man wants. Every man wants to come home, chill out, get a bottle of Hennessy, a haircut, get his car washed, and even at our age, let's be honest. Let's have a conversation about sex. How often do you have to have sex? Because I don't need but about 2-3 times a week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I still kind of run like I'm 17, dog. But you
Okay,
know what?
cool.
But you
Hey,
know what?
cool,
Think about
cool.
like, but be honest with you, 2 or 3 times a week. When you take into account work schedule and daily life, 2 or 3 times a week is actually pretty good.
I think so. No, I think so. And so I'm saying that to say like we're not even like where hey B, where's the A at? You know what I'm saying? It's not that. We just want peace. You know what I mean? And like I said, I came back from Philly. I did your show, and I was thankful that you had me on there.
Absolutely, because you went out there, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I trust you with this subject is because you've been doing field research.
I did. I really really did. And that was the thing about it. So when I went to Philly, I was like, I couldn't believe all these nationalities of women kept coming after me. And I still didn't feel like I was like very attractive, if I could be honest. They didn't seem to think that. They felt like I was. But I had some self-esteem issues because I felt like I'd always been, pretty attractive. But what I'm saying is that they didn't know me, they didn't know my last name. They didn't know my family name. They didn't know anything about what I come from, what I could potentially have, because I was kind of like a nomad traveling the land
Mm-hmm.
up north. And the way that the genuine love I received off of not having money. I mean, I could, and they didn't know it, but I had money. You know what I mean? But I just didn't have. I knew better than to wear all my gold jewelry and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I was just looking like a regular person. I had my plaits and shit like that. And I'm telling you, and I told y'all before I came back, I said, man, it changed my life. It changed my life because these people were nice just for being nice because people didn't have money. And even when I was in the Rittenhouse district, you can look up Rittenhouse district because that's a specific district in downtown Philly. These women I'll never forget it. A lady named Liz on Cinco de Mayo was like, "You seem pretty cool. Can I buy you a shot?" And I said, "Yeah." So you, like I said, I would reciprocate, and I said, "Well, shoot, I got yours next." And she said, "No." She said, "You don't owe me a shot, but you owe me a hug." Now, these were not black people. They were people. They were human beings. They were very nice human beings. I have white women in my DM right now. I don't have any problems with them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying here's what I'm trying to say, man. I saw something that people I just think do not see, and I think that if you here's a lot of the problem is that you got some weak men, and they are a big problem in our society. I've said that plenty of times.
This is
But then
true.
you have men who've only sat in the 300 level seats in the stadium.
Mm,
But
they
what
don't.
happens when you've actually sat in the 100 level seats? When you go to the 300 level seats, you're not going to be comfortable. You're going to say, something is not right about this. This is not the way that things are supposed to go.
I won't be honest with you. That's real though, because I feel like this. I've sat in 300 at times for so long. When I did get to go down to 100s, I lost my goddamn mind. I was, man. Look, the beer guy actually got foreign and domestic. It ain't just that ugly ass Bud Light can. You know what I'm saying? But when they start bringing around Dos Equis and Stella Artois, it's like, wait a minute. This is, and it was like one of those type things. Now that I'm back in the 300s, all I want to do now is get back to the
Back
100s,
to
and
the
I promise you,
100.
if I ever get back to the 100s, I'm never leaving. The only place I'm going from the 100s is the Skybox. They got all you can eat, all you
That's
can
it.
drink there.
Or on the
But
field. Yeah, yeah.
at that point, but I promise you, I get out of the 300s, I'm never going back.
Well, and agony to that. So that's what actually happened. Like we see the problem with men our age is that we had really good mothers,
Right.
and it cripples you. It handicaps you because there's a generation of men that are probably not even that far removed, 5 to 6 years younger than us,
Mhm.
that may not have experienced that quality of mother, that quality of
Mhm.
unconditional love, and they find themselves um, not knowing they're the 300 level seats, but they don't. That's all they know.
They don't even
So
know there is a 100 level.
yeah, so like when I got in, I'm like, yo, man, what is this? What is this? Because this ain't right. I'm telling you, this ain't right. It's not sustainable. Now, here's the other thing about Passport Bros. And when y'all watch the Filipino P thing, it'll all make sense. Not only are black men extremely attractive, and I have to disclaimer I live in Atlanta, homo, but yeah, sorry, had to do it. And nothing against them neither. Okay, but because of how we grew up, black men. I saw a Chinese man with a Chinese woman painting a property for one of my family members, and he had the woman carrying the paint. Oh, and here's what I'm trying to say, but he wasn't carrying anything. Not only are they mostly the most attractive, but they're the kindest. White women have said to me, even the Korean women have come out, and I've shared this. I'll share the Korean stuff. I've shared Filipino P. These men, African men, they are very, very hard on their women. Black
Hmm.
men are some of the nicest men. And all we get told is that you need to get your shit together. But there is a sea of other nationalities of women that said, we will take them. We will, if you don't want them, come on, we're some of the strongest men, we're some of the tallest men.
Mhm.
I'm right under 6 feet. With Tim's on, I'd be a little over 6 feet. I'm 5'11 plus. and I'm the shortest man in my family.
That's true.
I'm, you feel what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
I
Your
want
brothers
people.
are some trees.
Yeah, they're giant. I'm telling you, like, and I'm saying that to say, th- there women want, and it's hard when it's like, man, every time you turn around, you need to get your shit together. You need to. That's all you hear. And it's like, when does it ever end, man? I was dealing with this girl, and I'm helping you pay your rent and all this, that, and the other. You gonna get up in my face and put your finger in my face? Come on, man. But what are we talking about, man? And I don't want no money from you. I'm not hounding you for sex all the time. I can't get no respect. The thing is that, like anything else, it have gotten so out of control, Agony, that they
Mm-hmm.
don't even realize how out of control it's gotten. And when I had a conversation with a young lady up at Red Crab, and we had this same discussion that we're having, and she said, "Well, you don't think that every man want to be with a black woman?" I said, "Yeah, but I, I don't think that every black woman want to be with other nationalities of men." And then she said, "How you know that?" I said, "Are you, see? I don't certain things I don't want to say because I don't want to come off as sound. Because I say things sometimes people say, oh, okay, he's saying he's being." But I said, "Would you really get with that nationality of man?" And I know it's nothing wrong with size or anything like that. It means nothing. But she said, because for argument's sake, people just take pride into it. And they say, yeah. I said, okay, cool. You get with Chinese man. She said, yeah, I would. Because they about that paper. I said, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh, he gonna work the hell at you.
You're not you're not gonna do it.
he
And
about to
it's
work. He
not
about to work the hell at you for
it's
real.
but what happened is this thing, if you saw my DMs and you seen the calls and stuff today, women who are on my side even got fired up about this. But all we're saying, we're not saying that we're against black women. We're saying that until we can get this thing fixed, can we live and have some kids? Y'all, man, these people went out and voted every time I said something about Herschel Walker, about voting for Herschel Walker. Nobody said. There was two things that people said. The first thing was they said he's done. I said no, he's not, because I know Herschel Walker. But that was the first thing. You know what the other thing was? So you don't think a woman should have a right to do with her body? Women went out and voted in droves so they can preserve the right to kill their offspring. Now you got to be kidding me.
I got my nephew Spud King in the building. What's happening with you, boy?
Mm-hmm.
And here's one of the things I said when it came down to the abortion debate, because I'm once again I'm really on either side. I feel like more women came out in droves like that, and if you saw the women that did come out and test at protests, there's a lot of gay women. There were older women who probably weren't having any more kids. These were women who didn't really have a dog in the fight. I always say that the abortion thing caught so much fight out of women for the simple fact because you told a woman what she cannot do. The fact that you told her that she cannot do this, now it's an issue. Now it's like, oh shit, you told me no, I can't. So now I'm gonna make it a point to say that I can, even though lesbians aren't having kids like that. 40, 50-year-old women ain't having kids like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even with the women I've had discussions with about this, you got a house full. You got like four or five now. You obviously don't believe in abortion. You got that many. You know what I'm saying? I got my comment box filling up. I got Big Country 50 in the building. What up, boy? Miss JC. Oh, what is it? Oh, that's not JC. Oh, that's oh god. That's that damn Jackson boy. So I got my whole crew in the building, y'all. Hey Jones, come get him. He here. Got that Jackson boy in the building. I got Big Country 50. I got yo. We finna kick good shit tomorrow, y'all. Please believe that. Everybody, make sure y'all show up. But nonetheless, I really think it came from just the fact that you told women no, they can't.
Well, right, and then that's something that we have to, I think, we have to evaluate that, right? You know what I mean? Like, if I told you no, you can't jump in front of a train, I mean, the logic at some point have to say, well, even I, you are you gonna throw yourself in front of a train just to say that I, just to prove me wrong?
To,
And it's like we
and to be spiteful, some will.
that's and you know what? I believe you. I honestly I believe you, and I think that we do have to work on our delivery. But more importantly, I think that this movement is more meaningful, right? Because to your point, if you say you can't have an abortion or don't have an abortion, which I've never even had that problem. I'm an ambassador for men. I haven't had a problem with a woman saying she don't want to have my baby. Um, I think that I think the lesson here, because this everything has to make sense. I think that the lesson has to be I'm not going to argue with you. This is what I need you to do. If not, I'm leaving. And I honestly believe that when that is the I think that everything changes. And I think that if black men or and black women see that this is not we're not going to stay and argue because that could be deleterious to our freedom.
Absolutely. Before we jump into that, Jackson boy, whatever, nigga. And I got my big cuz Rick in the building. Rick, what's going on with you? I got kinfolk starting to show up for this one. Like, yo, this it's gonna be one of those nights, Hodges. I'm telling you, it's one of those nights. But yo,
Yeah,
big shouts out to my big cuz Rick in the building and big middle finger to Jackson. Whatever, nigga.
shouts out to everybody in it, because they need to be in it, and this is why because
And I'm
the pro
noticing the fellas are turning up tonight, man. The fellas are here for this one.
yeah the fact that we're in a position that we're in is centered around us not knowing who we are. I put up a post about man.
Oh, oh, oh! This person, that is my other cousin, needs to be in this conversation right here. Cause how long you gonna be up? I will send you the invite. Let me know. Send me a text or something. I will send you this invite. You right here where you need to be. And then I got my boy Jay Scott in the building. They had the manifesto here. I'm telling you, it's real. The brothers felt the energy of this one, Jones. They knew they had to be here for this.
Yeah, I mean it is serious, and it's I mean with Tory, I think that people don't know. I think like a lot of our women felt like Tory Lanez was a victory. And what it was is that it was the worst thing that happened to black women because after the Tory Lanez thing, brothers was like, "Oh shit!"
Hmm.
Even with the absence of evidence,
Whoo! I
that
just watched that episode of Boondocks.
they was like, it's dangerous to even deal with some of our women because what if they get upset, Agony? You know what I mean? And it's like you could go to prison. I mean, this was not a victory, but this hurt them. Because brothers started talking like it was already an underground movement of I mean I had four black men that I know, four of them who have been married to black women, and I'm divorced from being married to black women, and I four, and they said, man, you got to go out the country, and I know, see, they didn't do it out in the open. They hit me privately. They weren't trying to stir up anything. This has been an underground movement. But I think that, man, once that Tory Lanez thing hit, it's like, yo, you know that they want to get us locked up. Why? Under any circumstances.
Mm.
Would you go to the police on a black man? Well, I mean, man, there gotta be a rule in the community going forward that you gotta go home, you gotta sleep on it for a night before you decide to do it. Yo, man, like it's not even. They think it's spite. It's not spite. It's whoa. It's like, yo, man, my mom picked up a club, and I love my mom to death. She passed. I love her. I'm not speaking down on my mom. My mom picked up a club and hit me with it one time, just whacking me. So there were things that went on in black households that we grew up as normal, but it can't be a scenario. And of course, I didn't raise my hand at my mother because my dad would have killed me. But here's what, you know what I mean. And he would have took pleasure in doing that too. And he wouldn't have did it with a gun or a knife. He would do it with his bare
No,
hand.
that'd have been one of those. Oh, I've been waiting for a minute for this one. Yep,
Yeah, I just needed a reason. Hey,
yep.
look,
Tie that sleeve up.
we got beat growing up, and that's just a part of it.
Ooh, that's why I
But
said he. That's why I said he need to be here.
yeah, yeah, and so I'm just saying the black women depends on the system. Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely,
And,
and so to Rick
and
Banks's
this is
point,
and this is why he need to be here.
yeah, and to Rick Banks's point. Now, think about that. What side politically is going to put laws in place to help black women?
Help black women.
Yeah.
It would probably be what, the Democratic side.
So as a black man, why would you even vote Democrat?
I saw that coming. Aha!
Uh,
I see
all right,
what you
okay,
did
all right.
there.
So yeah.
Hey, Hodges, where's the spoon? Aha!
Uh-huh. All right. Especially now that I'm back light skinned, you throw that out there. But here's the point. Yeah. But I'm saying you get it. But I'm saying so when I hear young black men saying, and I can't condemn them because they still don't know enough information. Why would you vote for anything that is against your demise? Because they have an idea that they have to constantly, they're giving them a false sense of power. It's not even real power because they left powerless, because they left without a man a lot of times. So,
Yeah.
but they buy into it. And I'm like, your power is with the man. You need to stick with the man. Do not listen to these people. Do not be like, aha, we have made it. We got all these degrees, this, that, and the other. And then it's like, yeah, but I can't talk to you because you know so much. But you can't even have these discussions, man, because when you do, you're always going to be the villain. So then finally, niggas is like this. Niggas is like, you know what? Fuck it. There's a movement, and these women have made it. They've made it known to us. It's not. See, here's the thing: they think that we're reaching out to women from Costa Rica or Latin America or South America or South Korea or goddamn the Philippines. And if you look at the Philippines, it's them reaching out to us because, like, when I went to Philly and the white women was in there, and they said to me, they was like, they got all these handsome ass men, and they don't want y'all. They always talk about how they don't need y'all. They was drunk when they said it, and I was taken back at the fact that they said it. But I'm telling you, and then I'm like, well, wait a second, hold on, whoa. Do me and you get upset about Serena Williams?
I did initially. I ain't gonna
Did you?
lie. I did.
Oh, because you wanted the money.
I mean, she thick too.
Oh, you wanted to take it for a spin. I get it. Yeah. But you were well. Look,
I mean, I wasn't too tore up because I wasn't. I'm gonna be honest. I really wasn't surprised. That's why I couldn't be really bothered by it. But it's just that was my dorm. That was my college crush right there. Freshman year. That was, matter of fact, was my sophomore year of college when she broke out the Puma one piece joint.
yeah, that was sick. That was
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
dude, that was my screensaver up until I dropped out.
Woo! Uh, so I guess if I had to say that I was kind of hurt that we lost one, it would have been, well, two. Lisa Bonet and doggone EVE, because I was a Rough Riders fan back in the
I'm
day.
gonna be honest with you. Did we
But
really lose Lisa Bonet?
I don't know, man. I mean, Lenny
Because
Kravitz.
because here's the thing, like even with
He's with that guy, that big buff dude now, right?
the Samoan dude. I mean,
Okay, yeah. So maybe
it's
we didn't. Okay, Samoans are they half niggas anyway. All right, I get. But you know what? Then how can people be mad about us? Um, black men.
it's
Who,
called
who,
Get I love it. I love it. Hey, cuz, you don't need to change your work schedule, man. It's a Friday night waiting on you right here.
well, tell him that we're gonna do the late night shows on Mondays, and he is more than welcome, man. We're gonna be doing it. Well, I'll let you tell him. I'll let you tell him. Yeah, it's
But slight technical issues. I say very slight because not a big thing. But yo, big shouts out to everybody in the chat. This is coming out right now. Appreciate y'all. Like I said, look. All right, there we go. Yeah, I just got kicked off. I'm back on now. All right, hours ago, Wingstop fries. Be careful with that. You know, hour long fries key. I'm in the middle of a lie, boy. All right, tech support. Peace. All right, we back, family. I had to get tech support on the phone.
yeah, nah. So I I think that so to that point, I just believe this. I think that they don't understand
Hi,
that.
folks. The Filipina P here.
Oh
Hold
And
yeah,
on.
today's question is,
Hold
what do
on.
women think of men who leave their home countries?
Hold on. We weren't supposed to do that yet. But when we had our technical issues, we dropped the
yeah.
video. So I
Well,
had to put it back in place.
yeah, and so they're reaching out to us. They're coming on to us. I mean, and man, like I said, man, it feels good, man, when people are being nice to you, and like I said, Sister Heard has Candace Candace Smith started when we did that show when I had the women down there. I think that there is a genuine interest in bridging the gap and having the necessary discussions. And doggone Sister Heard has said the same thing. So I think that everybody sees it's real, and I think that this has to be the default setting because to stay and fight could cost you your freedom,
True.
unfortunately. And so it's better to say that we'll leave. I honestly think that the market will dictate the value. And I think that, and actually, shouts out to the Kardashians. When you think about it, with the exception of Courtney, all of the other Kardashians, including the male Kardashian, date interracially. I'm even talking about the mother. You know what I mean? Chris
Mm.
dates a black man. So I'm saying, like, they have ushered in what is, in my personal opinion, opportunities for us, unknowingly or probably indirectly. Because that's just where we are right now. And so now before there may have been an untapped market that existed, but if you look at all the other nationalities of men, I would probably say the next nicest man is probably a white man.
You
Now
know
you
what
think
though? I just think white men just can't be trusted. It's just
maybe so, but they're still the
too
next
many
nice.
hundreds, too many centuries of years of plundering and pillaging to where it's just like, you know what? Even in the best intentions, I still don't trust you.
Well, I think it's good people and bad people in general, but I'm to your point. I'm just saying if you compare them to Arab, Asian, all of all of these different African men, I think that black men are the nicest men, and I think that white men will be the next nicest. I think that everyone else, and that's a good thing for us. But we are the nicest men. People think that we're not nice, but we're if they don't have if they got a problem with us, first off, in a lot of instances, they don't have the same level of attraction to them anyway. But if they're not nice, if they don't think that we're nice, I just don't see a scenario where I really, to be quite honest with you, we're in a revolutionary state because if we're changing politically, then we're changing everything else because we're not getting a fair deal, Agony. We're not, you know what I mean? Me and you both are highly intelligent men. We're family men. We believe in family. We believe in being fair and equitable. I know far, far worse men than the two of us. And there's no reason whatsoever to where you can't have a woman that comes home and you can at least get some fried chicken.
We here for the bird.
Fried, that's it. Just can get some fried chicken. I don't give a damn if it's rice roni with it. Instant noodles. I can't get
Rice
that.
roni is classic though. Rice roni
And
is classic.
rice roni. Fried chicken, rice roni, and broccoli with cheese. And I'm gonna tell you, and then if the cheese spills over a little bit into the rice roni, then you get the whole
Oh, yes. I'm talking
thing.
about yo. That's classic shit right
Can I
there.
get a glass of red Kool Aid? You know what
That is classic shit right there. Definitely, definitely. So what?
so
This
we,
is what we're gonna do.
yeah,
I want to jump into this video.
let's
I
go.
want to jump into this video, and then at certain parts, I just want to point out because people. Here's the thing: this video wasn't made for. Oh, we're just gonna make this black man foreign thing look good. These are real viral reactions from women. You didn't have to make this up. It didn't have to be staged because it's real. So this is just what's going on. And I just want you to pay attention and then ask yourself, who wants that shit? I just want you to ask yourself that. And we here, and we gonna, you know what I'm saying, we gonna come in at some key points. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Harder than loving him. The burden he has to shoulder can't be carried by many. By many, if any, cuz. By many, if any. That's real. Cuz stick around for the video. This finna get good. Let's jump into this.
To seek love in foreign lands. Well, apparently there's quite a war of words going on between a certain segment of Western women and men who pursue international relationships. It seems there's a lot of animosity against these guys, with name calling and outrageous accusations. The conflict centers around a movement called the Passport Bros, who are typically black guys who have gotten fed up with the situation in the West and decided to look elsewhere for a happy life. Now, even though the Passport Bros are mostly African Americans, I think you'll recognize the same tactics being used to shame any guy who dares to dream of finding a better mate overseas. So, what are these women saying about the men?
Passport bros go to third world countries and purchase little girls and turn her into a breeding mare. They're little girls, you're sick.
Hey, who you calling a little girl?
First of all, yo, you know what? I'm not even gonna do that. Let's keep going.
Girl?
I just think it's so funny that yeah, gotta be a pedophile.
Oh yeah, Filipina going. She gonna tighten it up though.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She looked angry. Yes, she did, cuz. She looked like somebody's very angry baby mama. Seriously. Meanwhile, her baby dad is in Costa Rica living it up right now.
So, where is all this anger against the Passport Bros coming from? It sounds like the guys just want to find greener pastures, and their women don't seem to like him very much anyway. So, what's the problem? Well, let's listen to how one woman describes the Passport Bro phenomenon.
Black women, are you ready? Apparently, there's a group of, you guessed it, black men who have grown weary of the quote control that black women have over them. So they've decided to seek dominance elsewhere, and that's in the form of traveling to third world countries to seek a bride. What's at play here is that these dusty, mediocre at best so called men have finally come
Ooh, so she started off with the name calling.
They had to find somebody that was missing a tooth too. That was
Right,
yeah.
right. And I have all my teeth. But nonetheless, you got the toothless, dusty, mediocre at best, and so called me. So if y'all not mad, what's the name calling for?
Yeah.
Why is there name calling? Let's keep going.
to the realization that black women are no longer willing to settle for the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace. If divesting to desperate and disenfranchised women is so
Wait a minute, Kevin Samuels next to Voldemort?
That's right.
settle for the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace. If divesting
Yeah, you got it right.
Kevin,
Man, listen, they compare, man, black women see Kevin Samuels as damn Adolf Hitler. You know what I mean? So
yo,
yeah.
it must be some hot fire going on in here because yeah, they're not trying to let me get through this video.
No. I mean, and I mean, I can understand why. I mean,
Hi,
man.
folks.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, oh don't worry. We are back. We are back. Yeah. Oh no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen tonight, y'all.
the bare minimum and are choosing to stay single and maintain their peace. If divesting to desperate and disenfranchised women is so great, why do you all have to make
Wait a minute, desperate and disenfranchised women? So now
Mm.
they name called us, and then they gonna insult them too. I hear that. Keep going.
Make an
I
announcement,
heard about
a
it too.
grand
Huh?
announcement. Oh, I know why. Because you actually think that this will hurt black women. So, sayonara, arrivederci, adios.
Okay, so the undesirable, dusty, mediocre, at best, so called men want to get away from you? I wonder why they want to do that. You sound really sweet and not bitter at all. As for why the passport bros want to announce their intentions, maybe they're not trying to hurt women. They're just letting other men know that leaving is an option. But if you want to make it all about you, be my guest. So, how does this next lady describe the movement?
I am not mad about black men getting their passports and paying to play overseas. I just truly want to help these men to see
Paying to play, so now they're whores.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it.
logic and reason. A man that's looking to marry a foreign woman went to an event wearing a top hat. Brother, are you serious? You look ridiculous. And you're clearly undesirable, but I'm sure that you've blamed black
He's clearly undesirable because he wore a top hat. That's
That's
rough.
right.
That's rough. Yo, so if you come dressed like the Monopoly man, you are clearly undesirable.
Mm-hmm.
women for your lack of what it takes to attract them. But you want to go overseas where women are unaware culturally of your nature and pay them to pretend while you give them nothing but money and a wet behind.
What?
That's it.
I'm not even do it. I'm gonna hit the play button. Keep going.
They
Yeah.
aren't marrying these women. The men in this movement are largely undesirables or
And so we compare him to the Eddie Murphy from Borat. Seriously?
Yeah.
God damn.
men that want to use a woman freely without her giving any pushback. Know the country looking for their next victim. I'm completely okay with that.
And
I'm
and
getting
they're victims too.
Yeah.
She's not mad, but they're undesirable. We're paying to play, which means we're Johns and they're whores. Because if y'all don't know the term pay to play, then yeah, that's Johns and hoes. So they're hoes, we're Johns, paying to play. I just think it's funny. Like, this is interesting. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
But black women are mad. Keep going.
some mixed signals here. You say you're fine if the men want to leave, but then you call him ridiculous, clearly undesirable, and claim they're just using women. You say you're just trying to help, but that sounds more like an attack. So maybe you do care, just a little. And you say men don't come here for real relationships, but that's just not true. My cousin married a passport bro, and they've been happy for years. So why are these women misrepresenting the guys who want to leave? Well, after watching a few more of their videos, I started to notice some common tactics.
The passport to the point of
Guys are coming up.
Dehumanizing them. I'm sorry. I've
Yeah.
never dehumanized anybody. I don't even think I know how to dehumanize something. This is funny though. I'm loving this. I'm loving it.
Over here so they can turn women into slaves and force us to work in the bedroom while they impregnate us. Diabolical. You seem to think we're mindless idiots with no will of our own. We might be traditional women, but we're not empty headed. You may not know this, but in the Philippines, you've got that completely backwards. 99% of the time, it's the Filipina begging the foreigner to have a baby. Where are you getting this
Carry on.
stuff from? Next.
But you have to understand, a lot of us, 46, be 47 soon, each day that goes by makes me more grateful that I'm divorced. I thank God every day that I'm divorced. If you want to get your passport and go overseas, you're welcome to it. Bye. I mean, maybe there you'll find women who are okay with being.
And now they're doormats. I have a
Right.
cousin. They said that last woman looked like she burned hot dogs. You can't be that cuz tell her she can't be angry and can't cook at the same time. It just ain't right. It ain't right.
It's not. It's not. And I had four men I know. Well, go ahead, Agony. You do your thing.
No. Go ahead, tell the story.
Four men I knew have come to me about some different things, and they've all been married to black women. So it's not like they can't you can't be a sellout if you've married black women because that meant that you attempted it, married and divorced. And one of them told me I felt bad because I knew how much money I spent on my wedding or whatever. He told me what he spent on his, and I was like, oof. But anyway, here's the point. By the time you start talking about engagement ring, wedding, honeymoon, it's just like, man, I look, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm
Next.
not because boy, man, I don't want to. I came here to talk. I don't want to start weeping or anything like that. But here's what I'm saying, man. He said, leave the women that are combative because there are good women, but I think that all the good ones are pretty much married, and some of them are widowed. You know what I mean? And some are not married, but they are good. But somehow, with all of what's going on, we haven't found them. They haven't found us. Because I'm very easy. You know, like I said, I want to watch, sit up and have a cocktail and something, like I said, some fried chicken and watch Family Feud and see who can guess the right or more answers. You know, and keep
Facts.
score. You know what I'm saying? I'm like real simple. I'm a nerd like that. You know what I mean? I'm like I like to show off my academics.
Okay, so I'm not the
Uh,
only one. I'm with it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like we could sit here and be like, let's keep score about who knows more answers on Family Feud. But all right, let's just move forward. He said, leave them to the least amongst us. And I didn't feel bad about it. So the reason I brought it up is because let's flip it around. Let's inverse it. If we are the least, I mean, my homegirl told me today, you got some serious issues.
Mm.
And I was just like, wow, man, you know, and I said, have you read Romans 3:23 for all of sin? I'm saying that because everybody got some serious issues.
These are facts.
And you can't quantify them. What works for some people don't work for some people. What work, you know what I mean? Like it'll fit. It's like Tetris. But if we're the most undesirable, to her point, to Filipina P's point, why is there the blowback from us saying, you know what? Well, let me just be sorry with these people. I'm a sorry ass nigga. I'm an ain't shit ass nigga. I'm not worthy of going to counseling with. I'm not worthy of this. I'm not worthy of you staying in the house. I'm not worthy of that. But if I say, well, shoot, well, you know what? Man, this person will take me like I am. And you got a better chance because I know plenty of men who weren't that great and have made very, very bad mistakes. That when their wife stuck it out with them or whoever their partner is, they end up
Hmm.
becoming really, really great because it's whether you're a person that deals with vices or whatever you deal with, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Love will beat anything, man. When somebody love you, man, look up Smith Wigglesworth. Love will beat anything. You know what I mean?
Smith
And
Wigglesworth
yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but he's a
as
real
hell.
person. Yeah, yeah. I know it does, but I mean it's really a real person, a real story. And I'm just saying that to say, like, here's what's scary about this, because I feel sorry for a lot of our sisters. They're looking for something that's not real, and then when they abandon a man, and then when the man throw the deuces, the man got a better chance of landing something that's gonna stay with him versus she have a chance of landing a man that's gonna stay with her.
Hmm.
So we got to be careful.
Jump back into the video on that. On
Let's
that
go.
note.
I'm a refill too because it's Friday night. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sure you're very happy with your choices and the way you've carefully crafted your life to end up alone. But you think foreign guys treat us like doormats? Lady, you have no clue. Foreigners have the general reputation of being more caring and attentive than anything we've ever known. Who told you otherwise? Or maybe you're just making assumptions again. What else you got?
Passport bros are nothing but a bunch of pedophiles who's traveling across the world to get young girls. It's pedophilia tourism.
Nothing but pedophiles?
Pedophiles. God damn. This just keeps getting worse.
Nothing but? Which means that all the guys who country are pedophiles? That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. But you made the claim, so you have the burden of backing it up. So please, give us the evidence. Show your data. I've been living here 30 years, and the women that foreigners choose are adults like me. And in case you didn't know, buying little girls is completely illegal. The fact is, the vast majority of passport bros are coming here for a real relationship with a woman, not to molest a child. What's wrong with you? And why would you accuse your own man like that?
It's 2022. You're talking about a freaking passport. I've had one of these since I was 2. Y'all were acting like they just came up with these in 2022. I'm gonna go over and get me a woman, be able to abuse her. Ain't nobody gonna do. Do y'all understand how people feel about Americans? That just goes to show you ain't been nowhere. So y'all think y'all gonna run your broke asses over to other countries and they go, oh, these some black kings from America. Most people don't like Americans. They think that we are overrated. They think that we're better than everybody else. They don't like us. They don't like us. They sure not gonna like you if they know that you're getting your passport so you can come over there and abuse their women. That as a black man, if you want to roll up in some of these other countries and try to abuse their sisters and their daughters and their nieces and their mothers and taking of them, you know what's you're gonna get hacked up with a machete.
Exactly.
And I'm sorry. You can't tell me that I would want to choose her bitterness and her condescending nature over anything else. Wait a minute. So one, you had a passport when you was 2. Do you even remember where you went when you was 2? Does anybody remember being 2? Anybody in the chat? Let me know. If you remember being 2 years old, holler at me. Let me know what was going on right there. I was there in '85, but I can't remember shit about it.
Well, let
So
me. Agony, can you
make
hear me?
she makes a statement that she had a passport when she was 2, and that we're gonna go over there just so we can abuse their. Like, wait. First of all,
Well, yeah,
black
yeah.
men didn't just discover passports. I know I'm on my second one, so it's not a just discovered thing. We discovered where it could take you and where it else can get you, and not yo angry ass. Like,
Yeah, well, we
who?
got
I'm dead serious. Like,
Agony.
look right here, and then look right here, right
A-
here,
yeah,
and right here.
Agony. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's a couple different things with that. If black men got their passports, it's because they were probably going out of town with black women, okay, or their family or whatever. Um, that's the first thing. Second thing, I want to address the simping that went on by that other black man. And see, that's the problem right there. That the bigger problem is that the simping has created an atmosphere where, because see, the thing is, once if all the men are the same again, then there's nowhere to run to, because you're going to keep running into a wall everywhere you go. Now I can
Mm.
look at that brother there, and I can tell that he's not getting any women because women can talk bad about men like me or you or whatever, but the reality of things is that they're not happy with the other men. I met that's just you know what I mean, kowtowing or whatever. I met
He getting all the women, y'all.
a
All
52,
of them.
you're right, a 52-year-old woman who said that she meets all these high dollar men and whatever. I mean, I don't give a shit about all of that shit. I mean, that shit doesn't mean anything. And you know, it, and you know, I tell them kind of where to go and get off. But well, you know what she said to me? She said yesterday to me, good looking woman too. She said, my problem is, Laris, she's like, I meet all these men and they got all this shit together. She's like, but they're just no fun.
That happens.
That's not gonna work. The man they can walk over or whatever and see, but because the men aren't united, they keep suckering up. Go ahead, man.
That's real.
Here and start abusing women, you will get hacked up by a machete. I assure you. If you come over here and abuse me, my dad's got a nice big blade with your name on it. And how many passport bros have gotten hacked up? Zero. So I guess that proves they're not here to abuse us. Funny how that little thing called logic works, isn't it?
My question is, how do you not feel slimy and disgusting as a person, knowing full well that you are going to another country seeking out women that you perceive as easier to manipulate, easier to control, and easier to take advantage of? And even if you do
Well,
find some poor woman that needs a green
okay,
card, wants to move to the US, or, needs money, that's still not love. So, on that
okay,
note, safe travels, and I hope that you and all the other passport bros get exactly what you're looking for.
okay. This is the crescendo of the show, and I don't know. Maybe you've got a rabbit you can pull out of a hat. The here's the thing: we're looking for what raised us. This is not about manipulation. This is about we know how we were raised and we know how things are supposed to be. So that's the only thing that we know. Like, and so the idea that it still actually exists, but it may exist outside of the country,
Hmm.
while there's a level of difficulty to make it happen, it's comforting.
That's the
The
thing.
idea
It's
of it.
not manipulation. That's the word I was looking for. It's comfort. It's comfort.
That's
That's
it.
the big thing. And that's
We
the thing
just
that a lot
want
of these
the
women.
tradition because
That's the thing a lot of these
our
women are
women used to
missing.
be that way. Our women used to be that way. You know what I mean?
Hmm. It was a place of comfort.
Of course, the famous she just wants a green card argument. I get so tired of this one because, contrary to what you all seem to think, most Filipinos are happy to stay right here in the Philippines. We're really not all that demanding. We just want a roof over our heads and a meal on the table. So, what other insults you got?
You want to know what your problem is? Your entire life, you were told that skinny is good and fat is the worst possible thing that you could be. You're not able to wrap your head around fat people being comfortable in the skin that they're in because you're uncomfortable in the skin that you're in. Fat women wearing outfits that you won't even wear because you're ashamed of your stretch marks. They wouldn't even give you a second look. The truth is, fat was never a bad thing. And once we figure that out, you'll never be able to put us back in that box again. You can have it. I'm sure it'll be a much better fit for you.
Hey, let me take this one, Hodges.
Go ahead.
Let me take this one because in nowhere in this conversation, from the last hour and 13 minutes and 49 seconds and counting, was body shape or size ever brought up
Correct.
in why the passport bros do what they do. It was never brought up. So it is clearly projection on that young lady's part. Nobody said nobody cares. And I'm just looking. I'm starting to notice a trend with all the angry women. I keep it to myself, and I'll say it in this dope cup. I'm gonna talk in the cup so that y'all can't hear me, but mm.
And look,
That's all I
man,
got to say
there's
about
a
that.
lot of men that prefer plus size women, so we can't. That's a preference for some. So I don't even see why that's even seen as a demotion because everybody has a preference.
That's
This
what I'm
is
saying.
yeah, this is about peace of mind. But yeah, go ahead. Mm.
And it's not a foreign thing. You said that like once you get across the Atlantic, all the fat girls disappear. Like,
Right,
oh, right.
exactly.
Like there is no chunky French women, no chunky Arabic women, no chunky Laotians, none of that shit. Cambodians, Koreans, all of them are a buck 20.
What? Who are the biggest wrestlers?
Sumo wrestlers, and they're where in Japan.
Japan. Okay,
In
thanks.
Japan.
Mm.
Moving on.
Killing two birds for being scared. Gonna convince men they just been taught not to like fat women. And you're definitely not gonna convince me that I'm secretly jealous of you because I can't wear your clothes. But nice try. This is fun. What's next?
Someone who comes from one of these third world countries that men go to pick up women, we know they're losers. We know that they go
Wait a minute. I'm hearing this heavy accent. And you got the nerve to call somebody country third world. But let's
Right.
keep going. Let's keep going.
over there because they cannot get anyone in here. And if this man go over there thinking that these women want to build a family with them, that these passport bros want these women for sex, these women want them for money. And again, they deserve to be scammed. We know they're losers. We know that they cannot get any women in here. That's why they go over there. And the same thing with the women. But let's not worry.
Boring.
Can
Wait
we
a minute. So
pause?
you fresh.
Can we pause for the
So you're
cause?
so you're fresh out of ESL. I got. God damn it.
All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna make this in like 15 seconds. All
Go
right.
for it.
So it's more likely that it's the guys who've only experienced 300 level seats or the weaker ones here. Because you have to understand the men who can have their choice of women. See, when you see, I'm going to tell you, the men that we fight with are men who they married their high school sweetheart or the second girl they slept with, they had married them and it worked out or whatever. The, how can I say this? And this is my opinion. This is an opinion, right? I cannot back this up statistically, but I'm telling you the men that I've come across. The men with more options,
Okay.
people with more options are the people that don't put up with shit. The people with less options are people who put up with shit. Go ahead.
That it gets real, y'all. It's real around here.
Calling guys losers and saying they can't get a woman in the West is a tired old insult that just doesn't work. Because what you don't seem to realize is that it's not that they can get a Western woman, it's that they don't want one.
Woo!
Sir, on behalf of all black women,
Woo-hoo. We're gonna rewind that back just for a hot little second, right quick.
Is a tired old insult that just doesn't work. Because what you don't seem to realize is that it's not that they can get a Western woman, it's that they don't want one.
sir, on behalf of all black women everywhere, we absolutely do not give one solitary about you going to another country and finding a wife. Please go choose somebody else. And it never ends the way that y'all think it does. And I really feel sorry for those women. And so if they willing to pump it up, because we know that little thing don't work no more, if they willing to pump it up for y'all,
God damn.
Two things a woman can't wait to tell you. Two things is that you're broke and you got a little dick, you know. But if you got some money and a big dick, they still gonna say that you're
Right.
broke.
That's the first thing she gonna go to. Yeah, I mean to insult you
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
it don't fart.
I couldn't listen. I couldn't. I didn't have no problems with either one of those things in my life. But it'd be the one flaw I got. It'd be, well, you drink.
have
Nigga. This, that, and the other. Yeah, but go ahead. Yeah, they gonna fight. Whatever. If you have a flaw, that's gonna be the go-to.
Yep, that's what my nephew just said. Always result to digging, so they know deep down they are defeated. Yep, it's over for you, baby. It's over for you, and it's cool. I'm telling you, yo, they got parting gifts and snacks in the green room, but it's
Ah,
over here. There we go. Boom.
At it. Have a great day.
Well, there it is. When you're out of ammo, just take the easy way out and go for the low hanging fruit of a guy's junk. Call him a limp biscuit, a wet noodle, a rumpled foreskin. I'm sure they'll actually hurt his feelings so bad he won't want to leave anymore. Just like I'm sure he'll totally believe that you don't care if he does. I mean, you don't sound mad or anything. So that's the end of the insults, but in case you lost track, here's a recap. Men that look in other countries for love are undesirable losers. They're pedophiles whose only interest is purchasing children so they can abuse, dehumanize, and enslave them and turn them into breeding mares and domestic robots. These sick men give their poor and desperate lusting their victims. See you go. So at this point, does anyone still wonder why these guys want to escape? Well, at least one woman gets it.
If you actually look at a passport bro, which I know many of them, they are not going over there to grape and conquer. They are going over there because they are giving up over here. The reality is that there are too many women that are saying that they don't need men. Men want to be needed. They want to feel valued, like they are protectors. They say that they're tired trying to find a woman in the United States, let alone a metropolitan area like LA or New York, where women say, I don't need a man, go away, who do you think I am? My purpose in this is to defend the passport bros because they're not raping and pillaging and like doing anything crazy. They just want a traditional woman.
And that's basically it. The passport pros are coming here for the exact same reason that so many other guys do. They just want to find a partner that loves them, and they've discovered a way to make it happen. So let's call an end to this war. The women say they don't care if the men leave because they're the unwanted ones anyway. So stop attacking men on their way out the door. Just let them go in peace to find happiness wherever they can. Well, that's it for this episode.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
you're gonna get banned from TV for this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody probably gonna call and tell my mama about this. Like I'm probably gonna get a whooping when I leave here.
Look, listen. I mean, and it really just it's just that simple. It's just like I said, if you didn't grow up in it, then you don't have the expectations. But if you did, bro, it's like, come on, man. Like you'd be like, whoa, man. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what is this? Why is this? Why did I spend all this money? And it's like I can't even get a fair shake. I mean, man, look, I mean, the what? I'm not mad at the real sisters. I'm not mad at them, but they are ignorant. I don't think that they're even willfully ignorant. I think that they don't date women. So I think that they have no earthly idea what we're dealing with.
Right. It's like you don't know what you don't know. That's that, like you said, unwillful ignorance.
Yeah.
They just don't know.
Yeah. So I'm sure that I'm going to lose some friends today.
Yeah, probably. And I'm in
But
the
what if I
same.
gain? But
I'm
what
in
if
the
I gain?
I'm in the same boat right now though.
Yeah. But what if I gain a spouse? Now, Sister Heard wants to put something
Wow.
together with us and the the Brexit movement, and I'm very much willing to work with Sister Heard. She's very reputable, and them girls that grew up with me in DeKalb County, I don't really have an issue with them at all. And I try to put these disclaimers out because you know, I didn't really. While I did, what was so young, if I dealt with any of them, that. But as an look, we're in a
Here,
different day.
here, nor there. Keep going.
Yeah, so I guess our only problem or dilemma is figuring out when is our next show and what is the topic. But I think that everybody needs to be prepared for the late night show with Laris and DJ Agony. And I mean, I know I can see this thing. It's going, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right, definitely, definitely. I mean, the thing is, it's like, yo, we gonna set a time. It's gonna be on those later hours to where you might be like, man, I just need something of this to go to sleep right quick, and boom, we'll be right there. DJ
That's
Agony,
it.
I got Laris right here with me, so that's gonna be pushing toward Instagram right now. Before we get up out of here, Hodges, how you want these people to reach out to you if you want to reach out to you? Because I'm pretty sure they got a lot to say to you
Well,
and or about you.
well, I know that they do, and you know, I know what I know they do, and I know what I signed up for. So, a beer and a conversation one, a beer and a conversation one, and I think that you can look me up on Instagram by my name, Laris Hodges, LarisHodges, or you can look me up on Facebook, LarisHodges, and you probably can because they kind of intertwined, you know, and so.
Hmm.
I thank you again, man. Thank you for the opportunity, DJ Agony.
Oh,
I've
this
always
is this is
appreciated.
the next of many because we're gonna be doing this a few times, y'all. Just and
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah,
Once
yeah,
I get my Facebook privileges back,
yeah. You
it
listen,
better
y'all can.
be the dick.
Hey, look, don't worry about watching David Letterman no more or whoever the hell. I don't even know who's on at night.
I'm about to say
You can
Conan.
just tune into this channel,
Hmm.
and we're gonna get you right.
We're
We're gonna
gonna
get
get
you
you
right,
right.
and it's gonna be raw and uncut.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna definitely be a dope after dark situation. So when y'all gonna be looking right there in that corner, you see that parental advisory. Yeah, we had one of those at our last place of employment, and I just happened to take mine with me because just know if y'all fire me or I quit, I'm taking shit. So therefore, I took the parental advisory box. It will be here, which means it's any and everything liable to be said. There'll probably be guests on. You might ain't no telling who we could have sitting in this room amongst us on Dope After Dark. It is real. It is going to get real around here. Please, please, please make sure this show right here, y'all share this to your peoples. Because I'm telling you, he described his movement as underground at first. It is going to hit and hit hard very soon. But just remember where you heard it first. It's right here on the Dope Show. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you like, share, subscribe, share, and share constantly. Yo, get the word out that there is a dope show. Next year, like I told y'all, I'm a four-time ATL's hottest winner. I want to go for 5 next year. Therefore, I want that podcast award or I want that online show award, online radio show award. I want that here at my house. So I can't do it without y'all. So y'all bring that home for me. And I appreciate it. As I end every show. Oh, before we get into the end, quick 30 next weekend, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, quick 30. And there'll be an announcement about the late late show. We'll be on that soon. As I end every show, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. I am DJ Agony. I am dope. That is Laris Hodges. He is dope. That's why he is here. And we out. Peace.